So I'm doing these videos out of order, and I'm still laughing at the end of number 7. That's so good. All right. I'm also not happy because I'm like realizing, oh, this is an AC method type of thing. All right. I want you to solve this. Oh, wait. I should look at that. Give me 1 second. I promise it will not be forever like the last time. I forget what the directions are for number 9. Number 9 should be a quadratic formula one. Okay, so I was going to factor, but we probably wouldn't have been able to factor. Anyway, ultimately, subtract 3x from both sides, right? Boop, boop, boop. So we get 10x squared, okay, minus a 10x plus a 6 equals a 0. Now, remember, you can, if you want to, these are all multiples of 2. We could, at this point, divide everything by 2 if we would like, to make our numbers smaller to deal with. So let's try that out and see what we get. 5x squared minus a 5x plus a 3 equals a 0. Right? And so we are going to do the quadratic formula. I'm actually going to shrink this stuff up because ultimately, we don't need that much space for it. Right? And I need a little bit more space for my quadratic formula. So when I do this, I'm going to start up over here where I will just plug everything in. It will be the opposite of, b. So opposite of negative 5, plus or minus the square root of, we're going to do a negative 5 quantity squared. Probably shouldn't have started over here because I'm going to run out of space. That is a 5, by the way. My stylus is not, oh wow, that is terrible. My stylus is so not cooperating with me right now. Negative 5, there we go, squared, a little bit better, minus a 4 times my a is a 5. What is with me in 5s today? My a is a 5 and my c is a 3, and it's going to be all over 2 times a. So simplifying as we go, the opposite of negative 5 is a positive 5. We are going to do plus or minus. When we do that in there, it will actually be 25 minus basically a 60. So we should get a negative 35. And we are taking the square root of it. And ultimately, that is over a 6. So we get, the only thing that we can do is factor out, or not factor out, but take the square root of that negative 1 right there. So we'll have an I out front. So x equals 5 plus or minus I radical 35 over 6. Now, that's our actual answer, which is glorious. We're excited about that. If you had not done this initial step way back here and divided by 2, which some of us might not have, and that's okay. Ultimately, this would have been, when you simplified it, would have been a 10 here. And I believe this would have been a negative, negative. Hey, goofball. I'm a dork. Did you guys see my mistake? How many of you are saying, Miss P, Miss P, Miss P? You did this wrong. You're darn tootin' I did that wrong. Look at this. This should be a 5. Right there. Which changed that to a 10. Which changes this to a 10. This is why it was not making sense there. Alright. There's your actual answer. I ended up plugging C in here. Sorry about that. Right there. So that should have been a 5 there. That would have changed that to a 10 and that to a 10. But back to the original. This would have been a negative 140. And this would have been a 2 times a 10, which would have given me a 20. And so I would have actually had to have ended up reducing here rather than just dividing everything by 2 there. Long way around. Rambling. Sorry about that. But still, we got a problem done.